Absolutely. Loading in with no time at all. And, oh, I think we have to switch perspective soon as the screen sharing. Ooh, but a good hit early on, giving the killer a better idea as to where these survivors spawned. Heading straight over there, and yeah, we do have screen sharing. Dadgummit, I just want a game without screen sharing. It's fine. It's fine. Curious what survivor they say. There's plenty of survivors to be found here.
Right.
Looks like they're not going to be going for the ace. Looks like they're going to be fighting the Atom instead, and already off to the races, getting an early hit. Taking the M1 and going into center here. We do see a bit of a lucky break, but it's not going to matter. That's not a lucky break.
Yeah, it's so hard to repel, look behind you, and especially when you're out in the open. So that's when she can be really lethal, is the way she zones you.
Absolutely. And also, something really interesting to note here that I wasn't expecting. We heard it. Killer has throttling tremors. Which, I gotta say, I was not really expecting that. I think it's the first time I've seen throttling tremors on something besides, like, Nurse.
Yeah, it's I don't know if they're using it sort of like a diet DMS to try and get info quickly, but
it is good for that.
It's you know, with artists who can pressure all gens, it's not a bad pick at all.
Absolutely. Wait, hold on. Ruin? This killer brought Hex Ruin?
Beautiful. I love it. I love it. You can clearly see what the pattern is here. They are trying to get people off gens.
Oh yeah.
Which makes sense, and frankly, it's really is, I think, sets her up nicely to use that those severed hands.
Honestly, it's a good point. Yeah, this killer's definitely going to get some use out of the severed hands add-on. Absolutely. Especially with the stars keeping grouped up like this. This is pretty nasty for the artist. Artist already about to secure second stage unless the survivor heads on in. Zoning this Fang out, just the pressure. I've never seen this kind of build from this killer before. It's so bizarre.
It is, but you know, it's throwing them as much as everyone else. You get used to seeing the same builds over and over, and you see this, and it's gotta shake you a little bit. You don't expect it.
Absolutely. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is an insane amount of pressure from this artist. Survivor's not even able to stick to gens for any amount of time.
This is tough. They're in a tough spot.
Yeah, they are. This artist woke up and chose violence today.
Right? And in general, this is a pretty solid map for her. There's no elevation, and even before the rework, she was probably one of the better killers, non-S tiers on it. So
true.
This should be a good matchup either way. We should see good artists play all around.
Yeah, for real though. Yeah, like Survivors are doing good counterplays, jumping into a locker, taking the harassment, trying to set up the double hit on the Fang and Shaq. Very cheeky play, but not going to end up working out. However, that is one Survivor dead at 5 gens remaining, and that is not where you want to be.
Yeah. Really amazing. You know, it's, you know, they kind of got caught. Oh, that 8 meters though.
Yeah, this artist is very precise. Another harassment onto the A. Steve trying to finish their gen 2. Yeah, but say for the Ruin's actually kind of a like galaxy brain pick here. Survivors have to keep cleansing the crows, and they're losing progress every single time they get off that gen.
Yeah, I actually. Maybe it's because I just hate kicking gens, but I actually love running Ruin on a lot of different killers.
Really?
Yeah. Just for fun, I'll run like, you know, Corrupt, Deadlock, Ruin. Just because I don't want to kick a damn thing, but you know, it's doing a lot more than that this game.
I was say that's pretty based, honestly.
Yeah.
I don't remember the last time I ran Ruin unironically. Actually, that's crazy.
Yeah. It's the only downside is that once the survivor's dead, you lose it. But
true.
I don't think she minds right now.
Yeah, for real though, and that is first hook on the A's, setting up some crows going back. But I think they are going to be shy of these survivors as they are going to take some time to reset. The question is, does the artist is venturing out? They want to see where these survivors are.
Yeah.
Oh, they see him in the distance. Oh no, the severed hands value.
She already has all the pressure in the world. You almost don't need to like worry about that hook at all.
You really don't, especially with both survivors zoned out here. Leaving the Fang, gonna take a tag on the M1 for Steve. Fang's gonna go in for the unhook. And they are not committing to the Steve. I'm about to say there's no reason to. Survivor's still at 5 gens, by the way. That Ruin is doing work.
He went for the slingshot, just barely missed, but still got the crows on. So, which is just as annoying, you know, so.
True,
Won't
and
be
they're
able
not
to get
going
the
to go
down,
for the...
but you'll pester her.
Oh, no. Oh, no. They were going to go down, but then they decided against it, but it's too late. Slugged out. They need... I was like, Steve just needs to get a gen done just to try and get some pressure going.
Right. Oh, boy.
I don't think he
Get
finished it in
off that
time.
gen. She's got the festering carry on. Woo! Oh, boy. He almost lost that one.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, they do actually finish the first gen, but this is looking to be 4K at 1 gen completed. A very, very strong game for this artist. This artist played just out of their mind. This was,
Right.
as I like to say, filthy artist play.
It really was. I just, was insanely impressed by the amount of pressure they had at all times. And while their build surprised us, it worked exactly to their game plan. So what else can you want?
It really was. Like, everything worked out in their favor. The information they had, Ruin. And so the one thing that we never saw this whole game, because they only completed 1 gen, the last perk was Deadlock.
Jesus.
And they never got a chance to really proc it.
Wow.
Like, this is a very interesting build. I don't know if I've ever seen an artist with a build like this before. This is very unique.
Yeah, minus thrilling, this is actually my knight build.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I just, it's, you'd sort of like old, Spirit with old Ruin. You can tell when they get off the gen, so it helps with your pathing. And I just like gen stall over gen regression, so.
Ah, interesting, but...
That was the great thing with Ruin before, is like, you're playing Spirit, you know exactly when they get off that gen with the crackle.
True, true. It's a fair point, and yeah, it's gonna be a 4K 4 here for Elysium's killer, and that is a nightmare scenario to try and follow up for the Valentines killer. I think it's one of those things where I don't think people would even blame you if you understood the win condition isn't that achievable. Just try and keep the points as similar as possible. Keep as many gens for firing, try to 4K as early as possible, but accept that maybe that win con is not in there.
Probably not, but that's why it's a best out of 3, so.
True.
They got their work cut out for them, but it's definitely not over.
Absolutely, but with that said, is there anything... Yeah, but I'd say this was pretty standard, except just wasn't expecting Ruin Thrilling. I'm wondering if that might be the case because, Alright, everyone, welcome back to Champions of the Fog. We are loading in for the second trial of the match. It is now the Valentines killing against Elysium's Survivor team, immediately throwing out the Crows, as we're just going to hang out with Survivor Squad because, yeah, this poor killer has screen sharing. They do have a totem. Listen, did they bring the same build? Is this Ruin? This is Ruin, isn't it?
Here I'm thinking we're going to get Pain Res, Pop, Noed. Nope.
Ooh, an immediate tag on the Jonah to boot. However, that Jonah does have a little bit of a lucky break going on.
Of course, she'd love to get it down here, but she has basement right here, so
It would be pretty
amazing
nasty
for her.
It's a good point. I don't think that Jonah's going to give it to him for free, dropping this pallet. However, do you think this is a down right here? No?
If he goes back to Shaq, I don't know. It depends on how she plays it, but this would be not the best place to go down. We'll see. Oh.
Indeed. Looks like they do cleanse the totem, I think.
Oh.
Are they dropping Chase altogether, or... No, oh my goodness.
They got turned around. Good pathing by Jonah.
Absolutely. Dodging the Dire Crows once again. 1 gen down, so tie condition is already achieved. I must say, that first it felt like it was like really well done, and Jonah's made them work for it the rest of the time.
Right? Yeah, it's been remarkable. I don't know, maybe when he lost her check, there was lucky break value.
Oh, you know what? That might have been the case.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like they're leaving altogether, taking a hit on the Ada instead. Looks like they're going to go back to Shaq. Potentially, no, they're switching targets onto the Nancy. And yeah, I do believe Ruin was cleansed, as I'm not seeing the Ruin status anymore.
Wow. It's just the breaks of the game, right? One stays up the whole time, one is like, they find it, they spawn on it. You never know how it's going to turn out.
Honestly, that's so valid. That happens way too often, I feel like, but
it's
I mean,
why
just
never
good
run
for the
hexes
survivors.
Oh. It's so tempting when you're artist to launch that crow like that, but you just have to be patient and know that they're screwed no matter what.
Another good patient hold from the Nancy, not allowing it. Wait, no, Ruin is still up. You
Must
see
have been
that?
someone who hadn't touched a gen yet. That didn't show it.
Oh, maybe. I was saying, but it says Ruin in the corner. I don't know. We'll
Yeah,
have to see what's going on here.
Never know with spectator mode.
Oh, yeah, honestly fair.
Keeps you
All stars
guessing.
have reset, though.
Yeah.
Nancy doing a really good job at the main building here, taking a hit through the Dire Crows, running over here to the window, and they look at the vault. No hit coming in. No Lithe either. But regardless, another Dire Crow coming up. Will they take the hit? They will take the hit. Will they be able to follow it up is the question. I think they... Do they cleanse before the vault? No, they're going to be cut off from the vault, but I think this is going to be a...
Whoa!
Oh, my goodness!
Oh!
No, there was a second
Holy.
boon. Or second totem.
I don't even know if Nancy knew that was coming.
I don't
Nancy
think so
probably
either.
thought she was going down. Smart. That's how you play it. That was
Yeah. Not much to be done there, but one gen down, first hook coming in shortly, and yeah, we can confirm there were 2 totems that were cleansed.
great. Wow. So, do we know if it was Undying?
I don't think Undying is actually allowed, if I remember correctly.
Oh, really? Oh, because the aura. Right.
Alright, and it's just like, I don't know. Yeah, I'd have to double check and see if Undying is allowed or not. I don't remember, I'll be honest, I do not remember the last time I saw a killer take Undying.
Right. It's a whole perk slot. You know?
Indeed. Another patient hit from the artist there. So artist having a bit of a, tit for tat scenario.
Yeah.
Some of them holding really well, some of them not. Ada does get beyond the strike range of that crow, though. However, vaulting into the killer. And this artist is not playing too shabby, just
Not at all.
survivors are having some very good counterplay.
Right. And in the last game, we saw Xeno with pressure on pretty much every survivor in the game at certain points. And this, we've seen some incredible chases, but they've been able to stay on gens at the same time.
Absolutely. Also worth noting is that the survivors have very much seen this. It's a very similar build to last time. We do have Deadlock in play as well. So, very similar build, just this killer had an extra Hex Totem.
Right.
Back on Jonah at the shack, though. Time for a Chase 2.0.
This is this is the struggle with artists. You run into a George W. Gamer who just goes forward all the time, and you gotta, when you play against Survivor this good, you really have to fake laying down your crows because they will W away from every loot.
Oh, absolutely. That's what they've done this whole time, for sure. Yeah, running back around, but I think they're kind of caught out in no man's land. Probably going to go to the corner, and they will end up going down, but survivors have multiple gens ready to pop. I think it's not going to be too long. We saw that Shaq was almost ready to pop. We saw that Nancy's gen over at main building is also close to ready to pop. A setting up for the rescue potentially. And Ada's got their own gen. Yeah, they got multiple gens ready to go here, it looks like.
Right. Ooh, smart. Really smart to put it off gen. So many people are just going to launch gen and be like, well, no one's on it. But you can get that killer instinct when they walk off. You have about a 1.5 meter, I think. Somewhere in that range.
Somewhere like that.
Yeah, but it's really smart to go off gen on that.
Absolutely. And it looks like Ada's gen wasn't the one to get deadlocked, so the one at Shaq got deadlocked, which means there's another... Oh my goodness, yeah, these survivors are ready to pop the last few gens. Artist, it's been a crunch time moment here. I say, let's get the Ada perspective here, as Ada's going to be taking chase at... I don't even know what you call this tile. I appreciate that Behavior introduced new tiles, but sometimes I don't know what to call them, and really good patience and double back there. I think this is, what would you call this, a 4-lane?
It's almost like a 4-eye. That's
4-eye light?
Yeah, you know. But it's, diet 4-eye, for sure. 4-eye, for sure.
There you go. Or, you know what? You could argue that this is maybe a fist. You got, the one cross-section that's the thumb, and the 4 others are... Yeah, I'm going to call it the fist tile.
We're calling it the fist.
Yeah.
There you go.
Really good job from the survivors. A 5th gen does pop. Exit gates will be coming in shortly as Artist tries to secure this chase. I think they just would need to get it down and a kill here to try and get some extra points. Looks like they're taking chase with Jonah into the main building once again.
Oh.
Setting up Dire Crow, just going to be, launching on the wrong side. Oh my goodness. The cooldown, if the Artist had the cooldown from that strike, that would have been a double down from the Crow.
And I'm sure Jonah knew that he had that time as well.
That's a good point. True. And running around short side of the main building, going back in, vaulting over the pallet, dodging the Dire Crow just barely.
Oh, it's like I can feel what the artist is feeling right now. There's that impatience and urgency that starts to happen.
Uh-oh.
At least that I would be feeling. So you start launching everything, you know? So.
Oh, absolutely. And that was the thing, like, Ada coming in for the hit tank, but artists keeping their composure just enough, and Survivors hiccup a little bit. That will be another hook coming in for Jonah, but we see Survivors already nearby, ready for the save. A's ready to get the... Oh, yeah. It's the hit take on Nancy. Jonah body blocking for a little bit. Again, if somebody has to go down, it's the Jonah that you want to give up here, as they were worth the least amount of points.
Oh, no!
Wait, trying to wait out the BT. Oh, Jonah getting blinded here from the blast mine, or sorry, the flashbang.
Apparently, artist got a sneak peek of Chucky's perk. What is this?
Right? Oh goodness, man! I cannot wait for that perk. By the way, that's gonna be so.
It's gonna be so funny. Yeah.
Jonah body blocking the Ada for a little bit. Yeah, just BMing her own teammate. Oh, they didn't get the ankle.
Nope.
Oh my goodness! If I was the Ada, I would be. There would be so many bleeps
triggered
right now for the amount of cursing I'd be giving them. Immediate
You
unhook
know,
from
Ace
the
had to throw in a
A's.
little teabag. Insult to injury.
Oh my goodness. Survivors, they do have the win condition here, but they are absolutely BMing the heck out of their teammate, and this will most likely be a death hook here. Wait, are they going to be able to take body blocks?
If they... No, he still doesn't get off.
No, he does now.
Oh, except for the crouch.
Oh my word. Is this like a scrim? Are they trying to do these like nasty like last second setups? Like what is going on?
I have no idea, but I am enjoying it, so I'm not gonna complain.
Yeah, this is very interesting, but and they do get the pickup with the we'll make it. This exit gate not open, and it looks like Jonah is gonna get a bit of a taste of hubris here, as body blocking their teammate did not work out in the end for them.
That's an interesting technique, but I think we all won for that one. That was great.
That was a cute little end game surprise there from Elysium Survivor Squad. Artists being like, you guys are awful. Okay, you know that.
Shoot.
Oh my goodness, but that will be the the 3 men out. It was gonna be something near 4 to 5 stages, but Survivors having a bit of fun there at the end game, trying to poor Ada. I don't know what they did wrong, but and we are back for another mirror match. This time it is going to be the nurse. Survivors unlocking a couple more perks that they don't normally get access to. So we're immediately going for a tome. I'm guessing possibly because of inner healing, and nurse just on their way. The one thing, you know what I love about nurse the most right now is the fact there's no screen sharing. I could just chill out here.
Yeah, that's certainly a nice perk.
Oh, absolutely. You know what? Can we make a base kit that, not having to take a perk to get rid of screen sharing? That'd be great.
Right? Behavior, come on now.
It's been the game for a little bit. I've been very sad about it as someone who uses spectator mode very often, but we'll just wait. We love you, devs. We're waiting. But with that said, who's not waiting? This nurse ain't waiting around in the slightest.
At all.
One thing I'd note is that this nurse is actually a Prestige 100 nurse, so they are a enjoyer, you might say.
Yeah. And they've got a Bad Man's Last Breath, we saw already, so they're undetectable for, I want to say, 25 seconds after they get a blink
I think it's 28, if I want to say.
Oh, really?
No, it says 60 seconds. I believe that is incorrect. I think it's been nerfed to 30 seconds.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember it was different at one point, so make sure to make a note and update that. But yeah, Bad Man's Last Breath, very, very strong.
Yeah. And we're also seeing that Fragile Wheeze, which leaves Mangled on blink hits, I think, as well. So adding a little more heal time.
Indeed, and not able to get any kind of For the People off here. We did notice, I do believe they went and kicked a little gen, gave it a little pop goes the Weasel. This Nancy doing a really good job at this tile, holding W and blocking the line of sight. Yep. Curious if they're going to go behind. I don't think you go behind the hill. I think the hill's just a death sentence, and yeah, Nurse knowing that too. Ooh, but they get caught on the rock.
Oh. Oof. Great work by Nancy. A little bit of good fortune there, but her pathing's great.
Oh, yeah. Doing a really good job with this pathing. Running back into the shack here. I believe on pallet side, holding W, going edge map, doubling back, and they will get the Shack. A miss swing from the nurse. One gen going down for the survivors. And I do believe that one was the one that the nurse kicked there. Again, going back into the wall here. However, that will be a tag. No way.
Off the record, is that a dead hard?
Yeah, but off the record's banned. That was, in fact, a very perfectly timed dead hard.
Wow.
Pallet selling the nurse as well. Nancy doing a phenomenal job. Second gen going down for the survivors here. Worth noting is that we do also see the tried and true classic fragile Wheeze as who doesn't love a 5th perk on nurse?
Right, exactly. It's yeah. Every second matters, so getting that extra heal time it can be massive. Can be the difference between a down and not. Absolutely,
and Nancy once again doing a phenomenal job with their pathing here. They do end up taking the down.
Yeah. Really great, though. Really great run by Nancy. You can't ask for anything more than that against a nurse from your teammate.
Absolutely. Second hook coming in as third gen has fallen. Survivors definitely not wasting any time. Nurse very eager to put this Pop Goes the Weasel on another gen. And we did notice that that gen was highlighted in yellow, so that's probably an eruption. But also worth noting that you think that this is what I'm using. Oh, a Blast Mine coming in and the save. That's why Blast Mine is not a meme perk, folks. It is a comp-ready perk.
It is.
Like, seriously, we talked about it before. Blast Mine just so good. Survivors waiting for that Blast Mine to pick up, immediately going for the unhook with the 5-second timer that it gives. Forcing the locker play, getting out of it, and ooh, a Lithe coming in to boot. This is such clean Survivor play.
It really is. It really is. It's just their comms are on point, you can tell, and it just their movement's amazing. And they're just giving her so much trouble.
Absolutely, and yeah, not giving this nurse any quarter whatsoever. Tag coming in.
Nice.
Also, I forget, this is a new skin. What's the Survivor's name?
No clue.
Like, I know it's a Cheryl skin, but I don't know what the skin is of. Like, full disclosure, folks, I have not played Resident Evil. I know that's a sin. It's degenerate.
Silent Hill. Silent Hill.
Oh, that's okay. I haven't played that game either. Ha! Joke's on you. That's right. I'm a poser.
I wonder how many blonde women are there in Silent Hill, because it feels like we've had at least 10.
That's fair. That's entirely fair. And an immediate unhook coming in from the Cheryl. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I mentioned earlier, there is Thrilling Tremors. This is the perk that I'm actually really used to seeing on Nurse. They do get a Pop Goes the Weasel. They are getting a couple points, but look at the Survivors. They're reset. They have multiple gens firing at all cylinders. Oh, another 4th gen following. This is just such a rough position to be for the Nurse.
Yeah.
Ooh, I think that's an overcome lucky break there from our Elodie player. And getting just enough distance, not going to take the tag either.
Yeah. Wow. Honestly, survivors that are good with edge map against Nurse are a nightmare. They really are.
Absolutely. Doubling up on the gen up top. That is, in fact, an eruption. We see both their auras possibly getting a nice tag through the window, but no, it's not going to be the case. Clouded, however, will take a tag at the top of Coal Tower, running back down, probably getting the vault, and that's they will. Nurse, kind of in a rough spot. One thing to notice is that nobody's nearby. There is somebody near Shack. Yeah, Claudette wants to force the pick here as oh my goodness. I love this new locker bug where you just can't see survivors in lockers.
Right? I mean, they talk about blendettes. That was really something.
Absolutely, and yeah, I think there's a survivor somewhere. Oh, that's why they are the deli player. Free unhooks coming in. However, this Nancy is in a bit of a pickle. They are death hook, but I think there's a survivor at Shack jamming the last gen out while they pressure topside here. This is tough.
Yeah. And this Nancy's a juicer, so it's we'll see if Nurse is able to learn from the last chase.
Absolutely, and yeah, that will be the final gen going down for the survivors. All the perks are known for the killer. Obviously, there's no Noed. I don't know anybody who runs Noed on this killer anymore, and tagging the Nancy, going into main building, but I imagine this is going to be a 3-man out, even if the Nancy does go down.
Oh, another dead hard.
Disgustingly timed dead hard, my word. Wait, this exit gate's almost ready to go. Trying to blind, but not going to be enough. There again, there is no light burn, just trying to get the blind on the survivor. Maybe a flashlight or heal tech coming in, but That's about all I can think of here. No, this will be Death Hook coming in for Nancy. Survivor's coming in. Okay, come on. There's no way this body block works, right?
I don't know. Never say never.
What's your wiggle at? Oh, it's so
no, she's
close.
Got it. Yeah.
No, they're looking at the back.
Not the
you
ball from.
psychos!
Oh no! See if she can catch with the blind. I mean, with the blink. Can she
That's
catch?
the question. Blink coming in first. Blink.
You can't miss. You can't miss. Nice.
Oh my.
Oh. What teamwork.
All right, everyone. Welcome back to Champions of the Fog. We are going into trial number 4. It is now Zeno taking up the mantle of the Nurse. Survivor spawning at Coal Tower. Nurse heading right over there. I swear, every Nurse game we've seen today, it's been a corrupt at topside. And there's always been this, like, side gen kind of in the vicinity. It's been really nasty gen spawns.
It has, yeah. It's definitely got a great corrupt, and we'll see how that comes into play.
Absolutely. We see the tag there for Badman's Last Breath. Ooh, getting caught on the tile, and ooh, really well done to this Adam.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Lucky Break. That's what's going on here. Okay. A little bit of Lucky Break from the Survivor here.
That's
Good
always
stun.
tough. Yeah, that's...
I guess it's not the luckiest break in the world. Oh, hold on. A little bit of discordance coming in from our killers, seeing these two over here. Okay. I can appreciate the slug and go, but oh my goodness, that was such a good blink.
Was that gen regressing when they got off of it?
I think you're correct. Yeah, it was. That is in fact Hex Ruin. Good eye.
Wow. I just never thought I'd see so many ruins in one day. I love it.
Same. I didn't think Ruin was the new meta, but here we are.
Here we are.
Looks like Fang's going to be going to the corner here, taking the Nurse with them. And I think Nurse is more than happy to... Vaulting Nurse! Oh, it did. Okay.
Oh.
A little bit cheeky.
Amazing. Yeah.
And that will be slugged
Sad
in the
you can't
corner.
do race car Nurse, but it definitely caught her off guard.
Absolutely. And that will be first coming in for the Fang. I'm about to say, I forget how many hook stages it was. I think it's only... I think it's a 2 and 2? Oh, I think it's 3 stages, actually. I think it was a 3-stage for the Nurse. So, already well on their way to achieving that win condition. Right. First gen going down for the Survivors, not giving up without a fight. Ooh, okay, so they bring... So I'm guessing it may be a way to try and get use of Deadlock, since Deadlock has a lot of restrictions. That might be what's going on here.
How so?
So I do know there's some perk combos that aren't allowed with each other, but if you want to take Deadlock, as you know, it's really strong passive slowdown. Right. Take some of the, like, again, take, Ruin, take Discordance, like, take perks that maybe are less conventional. Again, the meta last season was a lot of, Thrilling Tremor, Pop, Dying Light, because we took away Agitation from Nurse.
Right. Yeah, it's, I love the combo of Deadlock and Ruin, so no complaints from me, but, it's cool to see it in a comp setting as well.
Absolutely. I'm just not a Ruin enjoyer. I don't often play with it.
Oh, yeah.
To be fair, I'm a Trickster main,
it's
so
not amazing, right? It's not amazing, but it's still more fun than holding spacebar in front of gens all day.
Fair enough. Good read from the Nurse, but also good read from the Fang going back. However, they are going to go back into the comp corner here. Second down incoming, unless there's a decisive. Ruin does get cleansed inevitably, but if this Survivor dies, all you need is one hook from anyone else, and it's game over.
Right. And I mean, they're already... second hook, so like you lose Ruin when they die anyway, so it's not that big of a loss at this point. You got good value.
True. That's my biggest qualm with Ruin at this point. I talked about this the other day. It was just, I think it should stay around if someone dies. It's already like it's a hex perk. It's already in a really rough spot, but the fact that you lose it upon death is just so brutal.
Yeah, I agree. Just a small little tweak that would be nice.
Absolutely. And Adam doing a really good job juking the Nurse here. Ace trying to set up for the unhook, but it's not going to happen. Survivors, gen progress all but stalling out here, it seems like. As Nurse... Yeah, Nurse just has an insanely good setup with these gens here. Ooh, getting stuck on that rock, though.
I feel that. Yeah, it's tough because you can't lose the hook state. You can't lose her with 3 gens left. But they are just have no gen pressure as they all try to make this save together. It's damned if you do, damned if you don't. Again.
Absolutely, and that's the thing. The nurse had a fortune over, but that 3 gen is even tighter together as you don't have to go super far. Oh my goodness, nurse getting so close, but they do get the unhook here, but it's going to be a hook trade potentially. Yeah, nurse says, yeah, get back down on the ground, Ace, and you could take the pick there, and that is the tie condition, but they just want the survivor dead. I feel like they're very confident with the ability to win this.
Right.
Oh, and, that's so well done.
Regardless of whether they've won the match or not, that's point differential still looks nice in the standings. So, you know, it doesn't hurt to still want to 4K or perform your best. So.
Oh, absolutely. And yeah, this will be Death Hook coming in for the Fang Min. They do get the pickup and reset on the Ace. Adam's still injured, however, and it looks like Adam might be hiding out as we see. I think this is the Steve here. Oh my goodness, this patience, but the nurse over blinking just a tad. Blinking up to the top, and they see Adam! Oh, that was disgusting. I didn't realize Adam was so close by.
Yeah.
Oh no, that is first hook for Adam, and that hook will secure victory here for Elysium in set number 2.
Yeah, and no ruin, no problem at this point.
Yeah, exactly. Get that extra 2.5% off of the kick and just hang out. See if there's any survivors in the wing heading up for a hook here. And again, only 2 gens done here. You need 3 more, and you've got Deadlock to work through. Survivor chilling out on hook, unless this Adam somehow has Deli, which, to be fair, it is an Adam teachable. It would be part of the course here if they did have Deli, but I don't know if that's the case. As I remember, Ace did the unhook.
I was gonna ask. Yep.
And I don't remember who got the unhook the other time. No, is it Deli renewal?
Wow.
It is Deli, just waiting for the perfect time to do it.
Oh wow.
Really good job getting the Deli and getting distance. However,
yeah,
it might have not been a Deli. It might have been Steve, but that might be renewal.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Yeah, it is renewal.
Yeah, so much value. Especially in a game where they're already struggling with having enough time to do everything, you know? So.
Oh, that was a disgustingly clean flick there from the nurse. Trying it again, but not going to end up working. I'm going to say, I think the killer is just taking this as a bit of a practice mode. Now it's like, okay, WinCon achieved. Can I get some really sick flicks on these survivors? And yeah, you can.
You know, they're just trying to help you with your clips, you know?
Yeah, there you go. Ooh, Deadlock coming in on the hill gen. Nurse checking around, not seeing anybody as they do finish the coal tower gen. Ooh, is that a failed skill check?
Or a bug.
I'm about to say it might be a bug. I cannot tell, but I'm about to say, especially, so the renewal is so good here, especially just because you also have the mangled add-on, and so the time, it would take so long to heal normally, but renewal just stay alive for 20 seconds. It's fine.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, renewal is so huge against like these kinds of builds or against sloppy, obviously. So it can give you a lot of value.
Oh my goodness, that was so well done.
See an Adam in his natural habitat, hiding in the bush.
Absolutely, and just such good checks from this nurse here, knowing where the survivors are going to path and just cutting them off.
Yeah, it's such an incredible mix of prediction and awareness, and using the slats through the shack to keep an eye on where he's pathing. You know, it's just really great nurse play. Absolutely.
And now, I imagine that you might be able to get another gen done here, potentially. But again, just the win con has been achieved, so survivors are just trying to, get the points in. I shouldn't say it's treated as a scrim, but I appreciate that when teams, even when they know the win condition is out of reach or it's already achieved or whatever, that they're still trying and getting the best result. Just, at the very least, it makes you a better player.
Absolutely, and I think if these teams go back and review the film, there'll be so much to learn, and those are things you would not have a chance to learn if you didn't try. It's such a great opportunity to see what mistakes you make against a killer like this, against a build like this, and build on it for the next time you face a nurse.
Absolutely, and they do get the unhook here. I imagine... Ooh, not quite getting a tag on the Ace here. I'm guessing Ace is probably the one, unless... I guess there's always a chance that Fang Min was the Deliverance player, which would be super unfortunate.
Yeah.
I will say, one thing that killers, if they're really keen on... Oh my goodness, that was a disgusting tag at the corner. What?
Wow.
Do they have headphones cranked up to 9,000?
Right. I'm sorry. How did this just happen?
That is some serious situational awareness from the nurse there. That was impressive. But
that was insane.
I say that might have been why. I'm beginning to think that maybe Fang was the Deliverance player. So I don't know if you've seen this. A lot of the times the builds against the S tiers are very straightforward. It's Deli, Unbreakable, Sprint Burst, and then like will make it or for the people. However, they decide that they need to keep the survivor alive long enough to get Deli off. And if you see Sprint Burst, you could normally say that that's going to be the Deli player, and that might have been the case. The nurse might have seen that Fang Sprint Bursted, and they went after Fang instead, and maybe Deli's just not in the game for them.
Yeah. Which is a rough loss. That's usually how it goes when I run Deli. You know?
That's so true, though.
Spawn inside the terror radius. Well, not running this perk again.
Oh! Okay, these blinks are getting disgusting.
Yeah. Yeah, this is,
I don't remember the last time I've seen this many just when the predictions are on, they are just completely on point.
Yeah. It's really amazing. I mean, just being able to have the game sense, prediction skills, and it just great nurses blow me away.
Absolutely.
So this is just really awesome to see. Oh wow.
Oh goodness! Immediately finding the ace once again. That's what I'm thinking. I'm guessing it's headphones because the places that they're blinking to aren't like super far away. They're within 16, 20 meters. And I think they just have really tight heads. Oh my goodness, there's the decisive coming in from the ace, but not going to get him any distance at all. There's the dead hard, but...
Yeah.
Yup.
Yeah. It's, it's like, why bring the wooden spoon when you can just have amazing headphones, He seems to be just, like, built-in Strider right now.
For real, though, yeah, just really precise gameplay from the nurse. I was about to say, I know that usually it's just really difficult and frustrating. Oh, they tried to do the 180 blink, but did not get it. I was about to say, I know that some people don't want to bother with the setup time that it takes to get an equalizer set up or get your headphones set up in such a way.
Yeah.
But, I mean, if you take the time, there definitely is something to it, and I think that's, like, I'm guessing they just have really good headphones, because the predictions are insane.
Right. It's, never, underestimate the game sense of a nurse main, but it's really been remarkable. Oh.
Blast mine. Blast mine for your trouble, sir.
See, I think if nothing else, I take Ruin just to counter Blast Mine.
Honestly, it's fair. I think I am on board with this, honestly. But regardless, that will be the 4K1 in favor of Elysium, and Elysium will be taking the W here in round number 2. So